Hello, hi everybody, hello, and thank you very much for joining me today. Right, we're back on our little Concertina infinity journals, whatever you want to call them. I was heartened to see that Sinead had posted her picture of the cover. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you did remember to put the ribbons in, didn't you, Sinead? Because that's important, because that's put one on the back as well, and that's how we tie it closed. So I hope you've remembered that. So these are the two that I'm making. This one is the one, it's kind of a prototype, but I am sewing all the pieces in that. And this one is the one I'm making with you. So we've done the cover. We've done page 1, put my hand over there, which was this, with the tag with the very interesting, what do you call that, embossing powder. Ooh, I love it. And then this is what we're going to be making today. Okay, so let's mosey along. Put that one up there, out of harm's way, and here we are. And yep, that was yesterday's, and here's today's. So I have, as before, cut out a page to go on there from my lovely papers from Sweet Pea Curiosities. I don't think I could find papers that are a better fit for me. I noticed Tony Vince had bought them and printed them out also on photo matte paper. That is such a good tip for everybody. Use photo matte paper to print your printables out on. You will be staggered at the difference. Use best quality and photo matte paper, and you'll get, your results are just so much more vibrant. So let's get this stuck down here and stop waffling, shall we? It would always be a good idea. So I hope everybody's doing all right today. Today for me is actually Sunday afternoon. I've had my lunch already, so, well, actually, it's nearly tea time. It's 5 to 5 in the afternoon. And I was crafting this morning, then I stopped for lunch. I didn't get going again. I just did not get going. I was watching Cosmo, the funny parrot, on YouTube. Oh dear, I do so love Cosmo, he's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, she's a little girl. So there we go, that's that down. And then this is a pocket, and I made it exactly the same as that. Same width, same depth. Because when you open the journal, you will see these two pieces together. These two pages, I should say, together. So you want them to kind of match to some degree. So I'm going to put double-sided around here. I could have had this done already, saved you watching me, but sorry, I wasn't that organised. I thought I was pretty organised, but I'm not. I need to order some more of this thin double-sided tape. I also want to order some more of those Ranger really interesting mixed media embossing powders, because they're just lovely. Finished effect is fabulous. They do one called Bone, which I think might be nice. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? It sounds really gross. But I think that's the one that I want next. They also do some really bright ones, but I don't think we need them, really. I'll get my delicate bone folder out again, which looks a bit hideous, but it does do the job. Right, so that's now ready to go when we are ready for it. But just check I don't want to put any metal work on it before I stick it down, because if I do, then I can't get through to the back. So that's going to go there. Right, this morning I also made an inky background, this one actually, and it's completely oh, the colour of that doesn't look very good. I wonder why that is. It's just antique linen. Yeah, that's come up looking a really weird colour. I don't, there's light getting in somewhere. I don't know what's going on. Hang on a minute, I'll draw the blind and see if that helps. Well, I've closed the blind. It's maybe marginally better. It's actually much creamier in real life. And I have put a copy of this up onto my, I mean, that looks dire, doesn't it? But it doesn't look that bad in real life. Because I want to keep this in case, I don't know, in case of something. So I keep that one. And this is I took a photograph and printed it out, and this is what I've got. So what I want to do is get some stamps out. Stamps. I'm just going to stamp onto here and then cut it off. What do I want? I want something quite long. Oh, I like those. Is that too long? Yeah, it's the whole length of the thing. Oh, I like those stars. Hang on though, let's see. This side up? Yeah, this side up. Let's do that. This is a stamp set that I got off Amazon. I think it's by Globland, and I think a lot of you in the States went to the Globland website because I told you that they were having a sale, and they were having a fabulous sale. Everything was really, really reasonably priced. So I know a lot of you ended up with, I might use that number actually. I'm a sucker for a number. Right, Miss P, where are you? Here she is. Those of you that don't know why I call this Miss P is, Mr. F made it for me, and the handle is of one of those peg dolls, and he painted it, like me, with purple hair and glasses and a tealy coloured cardigan, which I used to wear all the time for crafting. So that's why I called this block my Miss P, just in case you thought I'd actually lost the plot, which would be conceivable. I'm going to stamp it off in VersaFine Claire Nocturne, which is their black. I see VersaFine have got some new colours out, 12 new colours. They are impossible to buy in this country at the moment. It is not available. So I'll try and get that straight along there, if I can. Honestly, these Globland stamps, they are cheap stamps, but they stamp out so well. I'm very impressed by them, I really, really am. I mean, they're flimsy, they don't feel like they've got much to them, but they certainly do the job. So there we are, that's that. So let's cut this one out. And I'm trusting that I can cut this something like straight. Please let me cut it straight. Probably nothing like straight. Let's have a look. No, that's not straight. Well, who's surprised? Not I. That's not too bad. Wow, for me that's a huge success. Huge. Right, so I'm going to ink around that and put that kind of there. And then I want to do something else. Now, there's something else that I want to do. Involves these butterflies that are also from Sweet Pea Curiosities. Honestly, this is just like a Sweet Pea Curiosities journal. And I printed these 2 to a page. These are the ones I ended up with. I just thought they just, can't see that, but they match. I mean, that's like in camouflage, isn't it? It's perfect. So that will do for me, I think. Yeah. Oh, that one's gorgeous. I love that one. Shall we use that one? Let's use that one. I love it. So I cut out 12. Used one in my other one and this one, so I've still got 10. And I cut the sort of browny ones out because I thought they might go best. Right, so what I want to do is get some of my craft paper. Is this the stuff that tears or is this the stuff that doesn't? I'm going to tear down this edge here. Seems to be tearing not too badly. Oh, it's off at a tangent. And then where do I need to cut this one, tear this one? Back there. Tearing paper is not my forte. Cutting it's not my forte. I don't know what I'm doing in this. Why am I making junk journals? Can't cut, can't tear. Right, let's have a look at this then. Is that going to fit on? Is that going to fit on a tag? It's probably perhaps just a little bit fat. Let's take some of this off. So it's just a little bit wider than the butterfly, which is fine, I think. That end's kind of torn already, but let's go for the full tear effect. So it was a pretty miserable day this morning, but it's dried up. It's quite nice now. It's cold though. It's really cold. It's sort of 9 degrees or something, which is ridiculous. Okay, so I just want to tear a bit across there, say. And this is going to be a background piece, as you've guessed, for our butterfly, but I want to doll it up a bit. Just get rid of these little scraps so they end up on the floor. And I just want another bit to go on the pocket, but I want it sort of straight. Straighter than it is, I mean, because it's the right mess. Right, that'll do. So I've got my 2 pieces here. That can go in the bin because it's managed to get some ink on it somewhere along the line. Let's put that to one side. So what I want to do is do some embossing, and I want to use my legible text stamp and that, and some white embossing powder. So this is just Ranger white. It's not super fine or it's nothing, it's just white. So I'm going to use the Distress Embossing ink and get some over all of that, all of this piece if I can. I don't know if that's all over it or not. Well, we'll give it a try and see. I don't think there's anything at the bottom, but you never know. You never know. Oh yeah, there is. Whoa. There we are. That's perfect. Perfectly fine. So I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to do that other little scrappy bit we've got. This bit, same procedure, except it's just a little bit, so just a bit on the top there and go along there. That's not going to be straight, but it doesn't really matter. And There we go, perfect. Pop that back in there. Finished with that. Okay, so let's just emboss these. So just warm this up a bit. Okay, let's go. There we go, started to go. Oh, hot. There we go. Oh my goodness, I'm knocking everything over with the flex of my heat gun. Right, oh, so we've got that, which we are then going to mount this on top of. I think that looks gorgeous, I love that. And before we get to that, let's just finish this pocket up. So I've got this, should put fairly centrally I think, and then that just down below it there, so you can still see kind of what it says. Like that, yeah, okay, let's ink around these then. It got sent flying when everything else did. That's going on there, and then this. A little bit trickier to ink because it's a torn edge, but really does need ink in this one, just so as you can see the torn edge. There we go. Right, so let's stick this one down first. So it's going to be a relatively short one today, I think. Think so anyway. Unless something goes wrong, which of course it always can. Always that possibility. So does that look straight? Yeah, actually, I think it does. Lovely. And then that's going to go there. Maybe just bring that over a little bit to there. Yeah, I think we're all right with that. You can make a bigger collage if you want. I don't think it needs it. To be honest. Because we are trying to show off the paper as well. So just keep that text somewhat straight. There we are. Then I'm going to get my tiny attacher and just put some staples along the top of there. Not because it needs it, but because I like them. and then on the other side you'll have a bit of lumpy dumpy. Now if you've got a hammer or anything like that, now's the time to get it out. Don't use it on your glass mat. I haven't, I've just got a ruler, so I'm just going to press them down as much as I possibly can. That's much better. Get the masking tape out and put a little bit over them so that it doesn't catch on the pocket when we put the tag in. The tag doesn't catch on the pocket, should I say. There we go. I don't know where this masking tape's been. It's been around me too long. It's all grubby. Oh, I know what I meant to do. Just give that a good press down like that. Okay. Yeah, I just meant to give this a bit of a wash down, because that embossing ink, for want of a better word, is glue really, so you don't want that hanging around your stamps. It doesn't do them any good. So I think we're good to glue that down now. I'll stick it into place about there. Yeah, lovely, I like that. I'm dying to see what other people are using if you're not using the grungy flowers from Sweet Pea Curiosities. You know, which papers you've decided to use, because I mean that's going to affect the whole look of your journal. There we go. So now it's time to make the tag, and for that I'm going to use this, the inky background that I made. That's looking a little bit better now, I think. It's a bit more true to life. But that is just antique linen, an antique linen ink pad, this one. No other colour onto white, and that's what happened. It's amazing, isn't it? It's loads of like greens and blues, and then this, it's really quite dark. Don't know where that came from. Well, all out of that ink pad. Right, so let's cut off the strip down the side. And then see what sort of width we want this. Similar to yesterday, I imagine. Excuse me. About there, I would say, which does measure a little over 3. We'll try it. We'll try it and see. It might be too wide. The good thing about this inky background is, once you've downloaded it, and it is for free, so just go and use it. You can print it out as many times as you like. So is that going to fit in there? Well, yeah, but it's going to be quite tight. And once I get the backing on, it's going to be really tight. So what height do I want this? I want it about the same as yesterday's, which is, let's see. Doing baton twirling with my pencil. Is about there. Still need to decide what I'm going to put on the tops of these, but that will come. There we are. Save your remnants. I'm going to take a little bit off the side of this, because I can't help feeling it's a bit too big. I'm going to make it 3 inches. And I'll tell you now how tall it is. It is 5, so this is 3 by 5. And I'm going to use that same card stuff as I was using yesterday. Seems like a really good way to use it up. Actually, I'll glue that onto there. Ah, no, I don't think I am putting any metal work on here, so we're all right. I was going to say, if you're putting metal work on, do it before you stick the backing on, and then the backing will cover up a multitude of sins. But I don't think we are putting any metal work on here, so we're all right. Of course, the choice is yours. So let's just pop that down there. Something's not straight, either my cutting or their cutting, and I bet you it's not theirs. There we are. Just leave that to dry for a minute while I ink up these. Is that going to fit on there? Ooh-wee, that's tight. That is a bit too tight for my liking. So let's see if I can you tear embossing powder? I don't know. I'm about to find out. Seem to be able to. It's really hard anyway because that craft paper. I'm going to have to find some different craft paper. I can't carry on just moaning to you about craft paper that doesn't want to tear. Yeah, that's better. I've got a little bit at the side, and does that still fit on? Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. Right, so let's ink around here. Oh, I've gone all quiet. And ink around the butterfly as well. I do love these butterflies. Oh, got a bit carried away with the old ink there, but that doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Let's make it look a bit darker. No harm in that. If you are using Timmy ephemera or something, you haven't got these butterflies, that's fine. It'll look gorgeous, I'm sure. Certain sure. Or, you know, you might have butterflies that you've already bought and downloaded from another shop on Etsy. That's fine. It don't have to be these ones. I'm using these ones because I love them. And I love the birds as well in the same series. I just think Marissa is a genius. An absolute genius. Right, let's get this cut out then. Should have dried a little bit. Just got a little whisker down there. Okay, now what I want to do with this, I don't want it that sort of plain, really. I am going to cut the corners off so I can kind of see where I am and what I'm doing. Just the small corners, as per usual. And these corners, I think I've measured them before, but I think they're 1/2 by 1/2. Let's just see. Yeah, 1/2 by 1/2. That's the size that I'm using, but you do not have to use the same size as me. So, what I want to do is get some stamps, put some stamps on there. So, what have I got stamp-wise? I've got this one. I think this might be a sample one, actually, but whatever stamps you've got. So there's a nice little number. Let's use that. Let's beep. Here she is. I don't want that. I want this. First from Claire. And I'm I'm just going to bring it in from the edge and then put one down here. And there is no logic to this. You put them where you want to put them, would be my best advice. I like this longish number here. Any numbers, any words, anything will do. You know, they definitely don't have to be the same as mine. And I'm just going to bring this one under there. And along there, I think. Yep. I just kind of want one more, I think. Like what? Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little one. So I'm just going for kind of small numbers, really. Let's put that one there. Why not? If not, why not? And this one down here. There we are. So it's at this stage you need to be sewing, if you are sewing. Probably before you stamp actually would be ideal. That's me kind of finished with that. I don't want to make it a whole stamp collage like you've watched me do on lots of pink ink designs, this says. I've just seen that. Pink ink designs. Fancy that. Yeah, I just want a few bits. So let's see if we put that there. Yeah, I'm hiding little bits of it, but you can still see that it's there, which is what I like. Right, so now I want to get out, if I can find it. Yeah, this Timmy set that Jen and Mike sent me. And it's this little dotty bit that I'm after. I'm going to use for this, not the Nocturne, but I'm going to use the Distress Archival in Hickory Smoke. It's a grey. And I'm just going to put some spotty dotties around this just to break it up a bit. And keep altering the angle, otherwise it begins to look just like a stamp, which is kind of not what we want. So we're just sort of making a background, really. Just an interesting background. Just to take, not that it was plain, it's an inky background, but just to take it away. I think we're probably all right there. I think we've probably covered everything, maybe a little bit at the top. Yeah, there we go. So it just adds to that background, to the dottiness and the grunginess, really. Although it's not ultra grungy, this, is it? Tell me, do you think this is ultra grungy? It's not. It's just grunge pretty. There we go. So now I need to ink around that. Well, before I do any of that, let me just check this does actually fit in. Yeah. Should have done that before I did the stamping, shouldn't I? But yeah, it does fit in. Excellent. That could have gone wrong. So Teresa just commented in the comments on yesterday's video that she thinks it looks very doable. And the thing is, it is. Don't be daunted and overwhelmed by the whole project. Just do it in your own pace, at your own time. And if that is covering one page every week, that's fine. Who else have you got to please? Really, who else have you got to please? Just yourself. And if doing one page makes you happy, do it. So that's going to go there. Like that. Yeah, that's looking good. Probably could have done with having the stamps just up a little bit or just down a little bit. Doesn't matter though. I like the idea that they're partially hidden. Come on, spin round. That's it. There we go. Do you like that craft with white on? I think I've mentioned that before a time or two, but I do like it, it's nice. And if you want to put white on craft, that's just about the only way, to be honest. Nothing else stands out. I'm just seeing if I can get that absolutely straight. There we are, don't think that's too bad. Now I've got our butterfly. Oh, this is a pretty card. Tag. Tag. It's a tag. Yes, I know. So there's another page that you can get done when you feel like it. I'm pumping these videos out, but you don't have to work at that speed. Work at what's comfortable for you. There we go. So there we go. So this desperately needs something in the top, but we'll think about what that can be. And that's going to go in there. I don't really want to. I don't want to shove it in and catch it. But that's it. That's what it's going to look like. Oh, it looks nice, doesn't it? Do you think? I think so. I do actually. So there you go. Another page. So we've got this double spread done, and then when we come back we'll work on the next double spread, then the next double spread, and then we're on to the back cover. And then of course we've got the whole thing to do again on the other side. But don't do that to yourself. Don't think how much you've got to do. Think how much you've done and how much you've enjoyed it. And yeah, so far I'm loving it. So thanks for joining me. How long have I been? 38 minutes. Wow, I thought it was going to be shorter than that. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye. Bye-bye.